Nah, he was still running on me a little bit.
I ain't get loose like he been getting loose these last couple of weeks, though.
I got mute Nando, man. Nobody want to keep listening to him have all family conversations and shit. We're in the middle of a real talk. Oh. Let me post this in chat.
I just got out coached that game. That's all that went on.
Nah, that wasn't it, dog.
What was it?
Oh no, dog, that wasn't it.
He said he got out coached. He the coach, nigga. He know what the fuck happened over there with his team. He got out coached.
And I know what I seen, dog.
So then what you see then?
I don't know, man. It's not about me and DC Hitter, man. It's about everybody else.
Okay, so what's that about?
Get to that.
Well, we asking the question. We want to know if he say he felt like he was out coached and you say that wasn't it, then what's the problem? Then what was it on your end? What do you think it was?
I don't know, dog. Just a bad game, man. Receivers dropping the balls, you know. It was a lot of drops. Definitely was a lot of drops. I don't even know if I can go back and see how many drops it was. Shit, that shit ain't got shit to do with coaching. For real.
Nah, quote me on that blitz, on that touchdown.
Oh yeah.
You came out. I was like, okay,
I came out the heavy.
So he about to run this bitch. Man. We sit everybody.
Cause hey, the last couple of games. Okay, well I give you that. Okay, but yeah, cause the last couple of games, who the fuck I play? Gator fan. Every time I come out of run formation on first down, the motherfuckers start run committing. I'm like, okay, now everybody run committing.
I didn't run commit.
I know you did, but you know,
send them linebackers. That was it.
Sometimes in this game, in order to stop the run, you got to get a good push up front. You know what I mean? Then your linebackers got to be able to feel, because you know you motherfucker find a crease like Ant. You know what I mean? You fucking gone. So I understand that shit.
But, yeah, man. So I'm looking at the game, man. It looked like it was just a tell of two halves. And then the offense struggled, bottom line, because 3 points, and then 7 in the third, no points in the fourth. So 380 yards to 234, 213 offensive rushing yards to 55. That's the game difference right there. You won the rushing game right there. And the passing, 167 to 179, 16 first downs to 7. Looked like Boone, you was running offense, like you was putting drives together to get 16 first downs.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? We were sitting good on second down, man. We were second and manageable. And then, you know, Marmar came in and gave us a spark when we needed it. You know, he coughed up the ball early, like on his first carry. But we really didn't lose him that much.
Yeah, he said that. 447 total yards gained at 279. That was the struggle. The Broncos' offense was non-existent today with 5 turnovers. N'Kosi Perry turning the ball over. Time of possession, red zone percentage, 83% to 66. 16 minutes, almost 17 minutes to 11 minutes. So, I mean, it seemed like the game went into mode. But I like Bryce right now. Bryce with 11 touchdowns on the season, no INTs. That's big. You might got the only quarterback that hasn't thrown a interception this season so far.
I think we threw 2 last games, so we fucked that up.
All right, I ain't see it since then. In the rushing game, we got Ricky Pearson, 15 carries, 105. That's a new wrinkle we haven't seen out of you, which is a running back actually running a football over there. 2 touchdowns, big solid. Marmar really wasn't super active today. 6 catches, 6 carries, 67 yards. McFarland was actually shut, 9 carries, 37 yards. That's not giving him the ball. 4.1 yards. See, this is my problem. I think the Broncos found something with Anthony McFarland early in the season. Especially starting at the Chargers game, gave him 2 carries and had 59 yards in that game, and then he called him off. And I think that was the moment with him that's making or breaking this guy. I think if you go ahead and just 15 to 20 carry him that game in the Chargers game, and he come out of that game with 300 to 400 yards rushing, like he was on pace to do. Going into that Falky game, he had a solid game against the Chiefs, but I think he plays that much better and he arrived. Because that game showed you that he arrived, but like, we're not riding his back right now. 9 carries, 37 yards, not good enough at all for a guy that's breaking out. So Colin Johnson sighting 2 for 89, bombs away, Reek had bombs away, 19.5 yards a catch, 4 catches, 78 yards, and a touchdown. Shavers came alive a little bit, 4 catches, 62 yards. Tight end Malik Carr, 3 catches, 47 yards, and a touchdown. Defensively, let's see, I like my favorite stat, tackles for loss. Bishop Gorman had 3 tackles for loss, 1 sack. Jaleel McRae was over here playing a little bit, 4 tackles, 3 tackles for loss. Jarrett Maiden always played good. Chase Young, 2 sacks, doing what Chase Young always do, 2 tackles for loss. And then in the INT game, it was 5 turnovers. We got Ed Boone with 2, Raylan Gorforth with 1, and Kyler Gordon. Kyler Gordon is stepping into a round, Boone. Are we looking at one of the next premier corners? Because he's starting to play well since the playoffs last year. Actually, since week 13 of last year.
Yeah, man, I don't like throwing that, shutdown shit around like that. But he was locked up 1-on-1, with one of his best receivers, and he did shut him down, and they got a pick 6 to the crib.
And what receiver was that?
What's number 19? I think it was 19. Was that 6'9" or 6'8"?
Nah, 6'8" ain't wearing no 19. Colin wearing 18. 6'8" and Sheldon in single digits, 7 and 9.
I gotta go see who it was, but yeah, no, he locked up somebody. Had to be a number 2 receiver. Whoever got a number 2.
There you go, huh?
But yeah, but no, overall, just a good team effort, man. Good team game, even on special team,
I mean, the Broncos coming down the stretch. Let's see. Let's go to the schedule. Oh, I was just there. I want to stay there. Let's go. Broncos schedule coming down the stretch. All right, so they come out of that game. They got another big game. 49ers travel to Mile High. A running team coming in the building. This is a big game right here. This is a get back game. They on a 2-game losing streak. Then they go. Then they got the Steelers. They host the Steelers. Then they travel to the Chargers. Come off that bye week, and they got a stretch: Cardinals, Dolphins, Seahawks, Rams, Raiders, Browns, Bengals, Titans. The schedule kind of looked favorable, in my opinion, for the Broncos to make another push to get right back to the playoffs again over here in the AFC side of things. And slide back over to these Ravens. Ravens playing good. Lost to the Panthers 20-13. Hasn't lost a game since. 23-17 against the Patriots. A comeback win against the Saints, 42-31, big time comeback in that game, and then they exploded for 52 points against the Broncos. They got the Falcons, Ty playing good football, come out of that bye, and then this schedule get real. Chiefs, Bengals, Bucks, and then they go Jay Peasy, Chargers, Raiders, Steelers, Bengals, Browns, Jags. All right, so I think off your bye week, your next 3 games is completely tough. JPZ the rapper, I don't know what type of game he can give you. We don't know yet. I haven't seen him play too much. Then you got Mike, Raiders, who just gave the Chiefs a really hard game. Then you got Dirty Rat, who's going to always be up to play you. And then you got Anton again, Dirty Rat, and then you end with those Jags. Week 17, Jaguars coming to
see,
Baltimore
me personally,
again.
I don't like that Week 17 game, and I don't know why the fuck the league put that shit on the schedule like that. If anything, we want to play the Jags early. We want to play the Chiefs early because 9 out of 10, that's somebody that we're going to send in the playoffs.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. So, yeah, that game might be do or die, make or break. You never know. Or we can have it, you, fault. We can have those games locked up, play for a playoff season. But still, to play that close to the playoffs, I don't like that, man. They shouldn't schedule it like that.
And then not only that, you put us in a situation because it goes 2 ways. If we're fighting for first round buys, when we playing hard. Now you got 2 rival teams that's got to play each other week 17. So none of the players is going to want to sit this game out. So if the playoffs is already locked up and everything's secure here, it's a lab game that can't be a lab game because of the rivalry. So it's a hard situation, man. You don't want to play that type of hard game that late, knowing you're going right into the playoffs. Injuries is there, always available for those moments and shit. So that's a big time game late, man. Very big time game late. Now, as we go through the season, man, we in week 5 right now. Boom, we had a nice little draft. Some good players that came out. We talked about some of them in one of the real talks, man. But on the season right now, week 5, I think the first thing I would like to talk about is the standings and see where everybody at right now. So all right, so we gonna let DC Hitter, the spitter, do the BCS rankings, please. Are you still in the game?
Yeah, coming into week 5.
Week 5 BCS rankings, RDL rankings, week 5. Here we go.
Number one team in the league right now is the GOAT.
It's the GOAT.
Yeah, he's been playing good football. He's holding the team to 59 points on the season so far through week 4. He hasn't played week 5 yet.
Right.
Behind him coming in number 2 with 12 out of 25 votes is the Jaguars.
Jacksonville.
Yeah, they're giving up a little bit more points on the season, but they got a high point total on offense also. So it's a lot of back and forth. They're playing a lot of shootouts right now. But at the end of the day, they're getting the job done. So that's all that matters. Coming in number 3 this week is the Chiefs. Super Bowl champ, having a little bit of hangover, but it's been starting off the first 2 quarters of each game struggling, but he's finishing strong after halftime. They're making adjustments.
Yeah, the Chiefs is playing good football late in their games, man. They coming out struggling. If somebody can catch the Chiefs, but his last 2 games he were down 14 points. 14-0 actually, and he's finding ways to get back into the winning game. I think the Chiefs
3 weeks in a row.
3 weeks in a row. Oh yeah, 3 weeks in a row.
3 weeks in a row. Yeah, 3 weeks in a row. He's been down, and he's fought his way back. So that's kudos to him. He's struggling with a young team, so he's gonna have his ups and downs the first couple of weeks. But I think by week 8 he's gonna be back to his stride.
Yeah. First time before you go to 4th team. This is the first time the Chiefs actually has reset his roster in a way. Like he got rid of some guys, and even though he still got some clutch guys that's been there forever on this team, some of them ain't, that their roles are changing. So, and he got a lot of guys that's on the trade block right now, and I think that's affecting him right now. And then coming off that Super Bowl hangover, we all get that. So, I think right now the Chiefs is playing good football, but not great football. What you need, babe? You sure? All right. Great football, but good football, but not great football. And depending on that opponent, man, he keep getting caught slipping is going to be a problem. But what I think is holding him over right now, you got to play him twice already this season. My question is am I right or wrong? I think the college-style football game that Guarantee brings to the table is what's allowing him to win ball games in the struggling moments.
That and his defense. His defense is still one of the strongest in the league.
Mm-hmm.
I say, what I'm saying, the way he makes adjustments, the way his corners and safeties and linebackers play for him is tremendous.
Right. All right. So that's the Chiefs there right now. Let's keep it pushing. Who got the number 4
Number
spot?
4 is our surprise team from last year, coming in still strong this year, the Panthers.
Panthers sitting at number 4, Coach Jimbo.
Yeah.
Jimbo got the team playing well right now. And here's the thing. My bad. I'll cut you off and leave you alone.
No, they're playing strong on the road. So
right. That's what I was trying to get to.
That's where you make a break. So when he's getting to his home stretch, that's something to be scary.
And then he's coming out of he's being playoff tested too, because he's playing a lot of close football games right now, and they're pulling those wins out, man. So that's big right now, man. Last coach we've seen win tight playoff games all year long was Coach Knox with them old Browns and stuff. But I think that formula, the way he's playing, is going to put him in a situation when he get in the playoffs. He's been there, done that. So definitely think the Panthers has arrived now. Last year they won the NFC side of things, lost in the divisional round, and I think they're on course to be right back in that same situation. I think they're trying to prove that they're for real, though. What do you think?
Oh, definitely. They're a team to watch in the NFC.
Right. So at that 5 spot, man, where we sitting at?
We got the mighty Seahawks. Bigger Valley said, I'm here.
It's been a big change over there. Like, so free agency is especially late now, us being so deep in the league we are. It's a lot of players sitting in free agency that get ignored. that most of us ain't even worrying about because we rather deal with the draft and all that. But if you pay attention to the Seahawks, their coach plays in free agency a lot. I think the Seahawks and the Saints are one of the two teams that actually really play in the free agency pool. You still a quarterback that was on his coming off his rookie contract in his 4th season, and Bryce Perkins. We seen Jalen McCain quarterback over there for a long time, and he had about six season run over there. And then you go get a quarterback. You had a mobile quarterback, but not a speedster, not a running quarterback like you got now. Now you got a true dual threat quarterback with Bryce Perkins. Bryce Perkins did come alive last year with the Bengals. Finally had a coach over there to play with him, and he came alive. But we dealing with a kid that 95 speed, 95 excel right now over here on the Seahawks team, and that offense and that shotgun type formation, man. How you feel about that? You like this quarterback being over here?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good pickup, smart pickup.
Great pickup. And then you don't have to play Jalen McCain for a second contract, and he was aging, and you get a nice little young guy to come in. So right now, Bryce is sitting at probably the best numbers he's had in his career: 134.4 QB rating, 1,163 yards, 14 touchdowns, 3 picks. When you got a 57%, I mean 57 completions to 86 attempts, 66%. That's huge. 13.5 yards. He's playing better football than he's ever played. His last yards per average was 9.1. He was always around that 7 to 8 yards a play. Right now he had 13.5. So I think Bryce Perkins has found a great home in Seattle, man. So I think that's what's got him moving out there. They got rid of they sent Beckwith back to the Saints, but they picked up Gale Sayers in this free agency. Now we all know Gale Sayers Jr. was the guy over there for the Bears, and he was part of that Jordan Love run where the Bears started making the playoffs. And now you got a house, 6 foot, 230-pound running back, and Gale Sayers sitting here. Let me check out some stats real fast on him right now and see what he's doing. I mean, 27 carries, 127 yards. In that system, the running back is really never the future player in the offense. But you got a guy that's going to get you 5 yards a carry right now, 3 touchdowns. So that's solid. Let's see what else he played in. Bob Hayes, Walsh, Lavernius Coles. He got all those guys from free agency last year. Tight ends. He picked up Brevin Jordan. I think he had him since last year, but that's a big pickup. This was the #1 tight end to come out 3 drafts ago. 92 speed, 95 acceleration. So you got a dog at tight end along with Walter White as well. The line was pretty solid as always over here. I just want to see if I catch anybody else on defense that he scooped in the free agency right now, man. Linebackers still got the same guys running around. We are waiting for the breakout of Quavarius Crouch to see if he's elite or not. Tyreek Castro Fields is balling. Donnell Sapp, that's another guy, 9 years in the league, cornerback, 30 years old. You get a seasoned veteran to come over there. B.J. Dawkins, I thought this guy was a safety. Make sure he... Looking for that. Oh, nah, he's a corner. All right, making sure. And Elijah Clark, the Camden residence, man, a rookie that I like a lot, that I think is going to be a dog over here. And that's safety. Anthony Williams, Percy Miller, Woods, picked up Keon Jones and Eric Reed, two good players. Eric Reed is the next upcoming safety out of that rookie class. So the Seahawks sitting at 5, right? That's where they at 5?
Yeah, they're sitting at 5.
Yeah,
the most out points through 4 weeks.
Okay, so they're scored 222 points they giving up, and that's huge. 220, they're scoring a lot. 77 points given up. He got 2 coaches fired early. We're putting up points on him right away, man. He's had a couple blowouts too. All right, so in our 6th spot, where we at?
We got the new look Browns. They have the new ownership, new coach, and they're coming in strong, 3-1 on the season. Lost their first week out, and then they went on a 3-game win streak.
All right, so the Browns are still, to me, is up in question, man. A lot of those games, out of these 4 games he played, 2 of them, I know at least 2 of them was either 50-50 or equal. I mean, force swim, computer love. That's pretty much what I'm trying to get at with it. So the Browns, really, we don't know. They are sitting at 6. We got to give them some credit. 114 points scored, 83 given up, man. So the 7th spot, where we at with it?
We got the Vikings, 3-2. They just lost this week, so they was on a on a little streak, and then they came up short this week, week 5,
All right.
3-2 Vikings.
So to me, the Vikings, they lost some big pieces in free agency. I do think they recovered from it, but again, they lost big pieces in free agency. So Teddy Bridgewater came over mid-season and has now owned that spot over here as the number one quarterback playing back in Minnesota. So we had the dad Teddy that started his career there and left, and now the son's there. So we cool with that. All right, so Raymond Calais, the ex-Jaguar, ex-Brown, is now over here. Starting for him after they lost Valentine to free agency, and you got J.K. Dobbins, who's really always been a backup player. We all knew he had the potential to be a starting running back, but the Bears again lost a lot of pieces, and this is one of them, a backup running back over there. So the Vikings is deep when it comes down to running backs right now, man. They got the Marcus Bowman, who we just waiting to see him explode. This is one of the top running backs in the last year's draft. And then they got a big back to hold it down, Devontae Davis as well, man.
Yeah.
Right. And the passing game, Marcus McFadden came over. You got Marquez Stevenson. These are all pieces that Stevenson kid picked up. Snoop Menace. Still got Anthony Schwartz. Got some good players over here. So, all right. So that's the Vikings team on offense, man. But they just lost a big game, man. I think we need to talk about that. Like, this was a game. I know Coach Nano was talking on ESPN and through the reports that this was a rematch game for him, a revenge game. A couple seasons ago when he lost to the Vikings DM'd him on some MMG back bitch type shit. So Nano was in his bag this game. I don't know what actually happened, but
we actually have him on the line. He just called in. Coach Nano, what's your feels on this week's game against the Vikings?
I got him. I'm bringing him. I got him.
Coach Nano, what's your thoughts on your matchup with the Vikings this week? I heard it was a little bad blood.
It seemed like the fourth quarter is where the game exploded at. He scored 31 points in the fourth quarter, man. What happened in that fourth quarter to allow you to score 31 points? All right, so we got two guys that like to run the football over here. So we got, 3 offensive yards gained in this game. Spitter was 352 to 460. The 49ers had 460 total yards gained. But in the run game, it was a complete difference. The 49ers rushed for 378 total yards rushing versus 164, and that's against a guy that's known as one of the best runners in the league, man. He only rushed for 164. He threw the ball 188 yards passing. 49ers only had 82. 10 first downs, 13. It was even there. Total yards, they were pretty much even. 484 versus 478. But the turnover margin, 5 turnovers to 1. So I ask you again, Coach Nano, in that fourth quarter, is this where those turnovers started to happen at? Okay, all right. So what was the game plan that had allowed you to play good football down the stretch? What did you do defensively to be able to stop these mighty Vikings from winning this ball game? All right. So coming into this game, man, we looked at that, but the player stats. So my Patrick Mahomes is still playing at a high level. I mean, I'm quite sure he's a little frustrated at his gameplay, but I'm quite sure he also happy about the win. We usually don't see Patrick Mahomes only throwing for 86 yards in the game, 2 touchdowns, 1 INT. He was only sacked one time too, man, 5 completions. So it looked like 5 for 7. threw the ball 7 times today. It looked like this was a run-heavy game for real. Roger Craig with 22 carries for 341 yards, almost 15 yards, 16 yards a carry, 3 touchdowns. And then on the flip side of things, the Vikings running backs kind of was held in check here, man. You did have Devontae Davis with 4 carries, 50 yards. I think maybe he could have gave him the ball a little bit more. He was hot, 12.5 yards to carry. Even the rookie came in. 5 carries from Blake Corum, 37 yards and a touchdown, man. So then I guess I'll just slide over here to the defense and see what really happened over here. The guy that tackled the most was James Guy, free safety for the Vikings. But Drew Singleton played well for you, 7 tackles over here. Antoine Winfield. Talk to me about that Antoine Winfield guy and that trade you made preseason with the Jags to get Antoine Winfield over here. So that's a big piece for you, a nice little playmaker in the secondary that's getting the ball back to your offense, man. So would you say that was a good trade? All right, so you also picked up Calvin Johnson in that trade for the Chiefs. Got a nice little trade for Calvin Johnson over there. Now, he only had 2 receptions for 7 yards, but he's still scoring this game. What type of presence does he bring to the table now? With Trey Money, Randy Moss, and Calvin Johnson as your 3 wide receivers, and is there enough footballs to go around for these guys? All right, sound like you talking football right now, man. I like the space you in right now. How does it feel to be where you are right now early in the season, man? You have a couple seasons back to back where you struggled early and had to fight to come back. Right now, you're starting off hot. How does it feel? All right, so that's the Brown. I mean, we was talking about the Vikings, but we got into the 49ers, man. So let's get to the 8th team in the league right now.
The 18th is the Giants. They went on a 3-game win streak, then they lost one in week 4. Still have week 5 left to play. The games are pretty close, though, so that's kind of a telltale sign that he's just getting over the hump each game.
Right. And now 6 Deuce with that offense over there, he might have the most patient, frustrating offense in the league, honestly. And he's another run-heavy guy, man. And, a lot of things. He remind me of the like 70s Cowboys, where there was a lot of motioning going on, a lot of things flipping sides, plays flipping, a lot of motion, a lot of all types of movement going on. But you follow all that, you get caught up in the basics of what he's really doing. He's one of those guys that brought an old traditional offense to the millennium, and they playing well right now. 48-14 win over the Eagles week 1, 31-24 over his hometown boy as the coach over there at Harrellburgers. Then you get the Redskins 23-10, and then the Texans come in the building and really cream them 49-7. But it doesn't get any easier for the Giants, man. I don't know if they can hold this spot down with the Cowboys coming to Meadowlands Thursday at 8:20 on week 5. So we should see that game. I don't know if it's getting played tonight. Definitely not. It's a little too late for the old man coach, 6 Deuce. But he going to a bye. But off that game, he comes out of that bye and he got to play the Saints, Colts, Redskins. The new coach over there with the Eagles, the Bucks, the Cardinals, the Jags. Then he got Young Glow God, the new coach for the Bears. Then he got the Cowboys, Panthers, Falcons. I think this might be the hardest schedule I've ever seen. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. He has the potential to not win another game. Holy shit.
That's scary.
Oh,
That's coming down the stretch. You got the 6 oos. He come off of a loss against the Texans, and then he got the Cowboys. Then he go into a bye. Then he comes back and plays the Saints, the Colts. If you hear a win on here, you let me know. Cowboys, bye, Saints, Colts. Anybody else think he can beat the Colts?
not the way he running the ball.
Redskins.
Black is,
I think he can get Black. I think he can get Black again. He already got him once. They usually split every year. He got him once. I think he can get him again. Eagles, the new young gunner back. Can he beat him?
I don't think no. He gonna go off. He gonna go on a stretch of wins because
Right.
he brand new to.
Right. So then you got the Bucks and Coach Corey over there. No, I'm gonna win. Escott, the Cardinals. Can he win that
Might be
game?
a
depends on the internet connection on that.
Oh God. But look, these games he on the road. Bucks he's on the road. Cardinals he on the road. Then he got the Jaguars week 13 on the road. Then he comes out of that and got Young Glow God coming to the Meadowlands. Then he goes back on the road to the Cowboys, the Panthers, and he finishes the season off with the Falcons at Meadowlands again. This is a tough schedule. All right, let's get back to the BCS RDL poll. All right, so we're talking about the Giants sitting at number 8. Now, number 9 team is the Ravens sitting at 4-1. 178 points score, 89 points against right now, man. DC hitter, man, they sitting at 9, man. What do you got to say about these Ravens?
Oh, very strong. They really got into their groove this year. They stopped all that flip flopping at quarterback and really focusing on just making Bryce the leader of this team, and it's definitely showing. He got the offense hitting on all cylinders. I mean, defense hitting on all cylinders. So with the defense complementing the offense, it's a tough team to beat week in and week out.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you, man. Depending on how locked in the coach is going to be, I really think we're going to see the Ravens playing in the Super Bowl this season. I see it, man. I see it this season because of the things you just said. He's locked in at Bryce Young at quarterback. He's starting to use an actual real running back in the backfield. And then he always got that ace in his back pocket with Lamar Jackson. Now, that comes down to the Ravens. This flat out comes down to this. Can he stop the run when he has to stop the run? Simple as that. And if the Ravens can stop the run this year, man, I really don't see nobody in their way of getting themselves to the dance they want to get to. I like this Raven team this year. I think this is the most complete team he's had throughout. And when you give a coach like that weapons that still had that ace in the back hole, because just think about it, you're down big against the Saints, man, and you're still working on the stuff that you try and work on all year. And then when the going got tough, you go to Lamar Jackson, and at the end of the day, it goes from him losing to him winning 42-31. So I think that ace in the back pocket, along with everything else he's doing right now and all the weapons he's actually using, is going to make him one of the most scariest teams down the stretch right now, man. So I like the Ravens sitting at number 9. I think they're going to move up on this poll for sure. All right, so number 10, we're dealing with Corey and the Bucks right now. Now, Tua Tagovailoa went down. I don't know how long he was out for, but I think if he can get through the stretch without his starting quarterback, it's going to be the tell-all with him right now. What are your thoughts on the Bucks, Boom?
Man, I don't know, man. Shit, you know, this is the dude that used to swap quarterbacks, goddamn, every season. You know, when he can have a winning season and lose the playoffs, and he fucking shipping that motherfucker off. So I don't know, man. Do we have a backup that he trusts? I don't think he do. So he might see him running the ball a lot, man. So I think depending on how long Tua was out. Man, I don't know, man. That's tough, man. He might not even make the playoffs.
Well, he's going down the stretch. You're only going to have Tua out for another 3 more weeks. So you got 3 weeks of Tua sitting on the sideline. But then he got, Cole McDonald from Hawaii. This guy's a thrower, and he throws the ball very well often. He don't have strong arm, but he's accurate as hell. Short. It's a little unbalanced because he really doesn't throw short, and in their offense they like to run an RPO game. So I think that short accuracy, 87 overall, will go up a lot. But medium and deep ball throwing is 99 flat out. So he got a nice backup to hold him down, and the problem with him is he's running the ball now. So you got Najee Harris who can get you tough 4 yards to carry it for sure, right? And then you drafted a rookie that I really like. So right now, Najee Harris, 50 carries, 200 yards, 4 yards to carry, 1 touchdown, 8 broken tackles, 1 fumble. That's the different wrinkle that the Bucks have now. They're running the football. And again, this guy can move the chain.
What's gonna happen, because even though he just lost to Jungle, I don't know. I'm gonna count Jungle as his last 5 games before his bye. He might win 1 game out of his next 5.
What's
like
the
instead
schedule?
of count Jungle, he got Jungle. Well, he just played Jungle, lost. I want to say, look real quick. No, he had the Redskins, the Panthers twice, and then he had the Browns. Then he has a bye.
Right, I like that. That schedule tough because I think the Redskins at any moment can get anybody they play.
I'm sorry. Yeah, the Falcons, Panthers, Browns, Panthers.
Right.
Which they got the Falcons.
Yeah, I think the Falcons is another team that can get him as well, man. So especially the 3 games he's gonna play without Tua is gonna be the tell-all right now. If he can come out of that game with maybe 1 out of the 3 games with a 1 loss, I think he'll be fine going down the stretch. But if he can't win those games without Tua, he's gonna be in trouble. I do like the run game here. He did draft a speed burner in Donald Chaney Jr. from Miami with 98 speed, 98 excel. Now the problem is you really don't need him to be a big boy for you. You just need him to be able to get to the outside and use that speed. And with that RPO system, that college system he run through with the running game, I think that's a great piece he picked up. But again, Najee Harris got to hold him down. And me personally, I'm giving this guy 25 carries a game while Tua's out. Bottom line, that just gets you focused on running the ball.
Looking at his last game, Chaney, 4 attempts, 13 yards.
Yeah, and that's because he ain't unlocked yet, and him not being a great runner ain't gonna better use him until he get unlocked though right now. So like you got to use him in the screen game, the swing passes and stuff like that, and the RPO type shit you do, the jet sweeps. You got to use him in that right now until he unlocks. He do got 221 down snaps played right now, so he's not that far away. He's halfway there. When you look at this guy, man, I mean, the speed says it all. If you can really get him involved into the jet sweeps and stuff like that, I think you got a nice 1-2 punch. What I don't like about this running back, for him to be 5'11", 220 pounds, we're not looking at a guy that could tote that ball. He only got 80 break tackles right here, 80 trucking. He's really not a bruiser for that type of size. So to me, what type of runner is he really? Is he just speed burner that you just can't deny that 4.22 speed? Or can he be a complete running back for him? And again, do he need him to be a complete running back for him when he got Najee Harris?
No, I think he definitely need him to be a complete running back. If you go back to his games from the beginning, he was putting up points. And then this game here, he put up 9 points, 3 field goals.
Right.
So he needs Tua to, light up the scoreboard. Without him, he can't push the ball downfield. So
we think him sitting at where he at in the BCS rankings is really going to go down more than up while Tua's out.
Yeah.
All right. So our next team in the BCS polls right now, after you come off the Bucks, we got the 49ers playing well. 3 straight wins out of Nano on the 49ers, man. I like this team. I like where they are. They're playing good defense. Anytime your defense give up turnovers and you only gave up 62 points on the season, that's big right now. I'm quite sure if we look at the teams giving up points right now, he's in the top 5 right now, points given up. So that's huge for Nano right now. Again, when your defense create turnovers and you got a strong run game, it's a recipe for wins for sure. When you're not turning the ball over and you're forcing turnovers and you can maintain the clock and control the game offensively, it's going to be in a good situation. Do we see the 49ers moving up on this BCS ranking or they are where they are?
Man, if we go the next 5 games, I could definitely see him moving up. It's definitely going to be a tough game, but that was never a question about Nano being able to play the game. It's just him losing the games that he shouldn't lose, like his week 1 game, losing to C-Clown by 1 point. It's that type of stuff. But his next games are the Broncos, the Cardinals, the Redskins, the Rams, and the Raiders. Then he got a tough game week 11 against the Chiefs. But other than that, man, like in the next 5 games, he definitely smooth up. But the latter part of his schedule is pretty. It's tough, but not tough because I only see the Seahawks in his way. So he can
Right.
pretty much on the season have 3 losses.
Right, and that's big for the 49ers, so they're in a possibility situation to be able to move up that BCS rankings. At 12, I would have never expected this to be there, but the Packers are playing good football. 2-1, only give up 61 points right now,
Early bye.
105 yards, and they got an early bye right now, right?
Yeah.
Justin Fields, man, can we go check out Justin Fields and see if he's playing better football? I thought Justin Fields' problem was the turnovers. But I like this quarterback, Boone. You got to play against Justin Fields, man. To me, using him right, he's a little bit repetitious, do the same thing a lot, and I think that's what get him in a lot of trouble throwing picks. And the other thing I don't see, I mean, here's the problem. 743 yards, 62 for 83, 10 touchdowns, 4 INTs, 74%. This is the Justin Fields I've been waiting on. I love that touchdown interception ratio. We haven't seen that out of him since he started as a career. 17 touchdowns, 35 INTs year one as a rookie, 24 and 21. But then last year he threw 45 picks, man, and this had everybody wondering, is Justin Fields the guy over here, man, or you need a new home? But he comes out right now, highest rating he ever had, 121.1. Again, 10 touchdowns to 4 INTs, only been sacked 5 times on the year. I like that with that 74%, man. If he can keep that going, I think the Packers are in a situation right now. That NFC North is a little crazy right now. We got some, 2 new coaches over there. 2 guys that have been there for a while right now. McCoy's been holding it down, but I think it's up for grabs this year. What's your taking on that, Hitter?
Yeah, NFC's up for grabs. There's a lot of dogs over there now, and we did watch the GOAT go down early last playoffs, so I think that gave a lot of people confidence.
Right.
And like I said, the Seahawks, the Panthers, all of them having strong regular seasons, and it's transitioning into the offseason.
I think if you stick with the Packers, I think if the Packers can find a way to get a run game going, I think they can be strong. I like their system. I like their offense. But they need to score points. And they got to score points and control the game because right now they're not giving up points on defense. But when he gets to them games, it's games where he'll be giving up a lot of points. Their defense hasn't ever been their strong point. So you need to be able to run the ball over here. Now you got a guy with 59 carries, 278 yards, 4.7 yard average, 1 touchdown. That's the problem. Your backs got to start scoring points, man. They got to get in the end zone. Anytime all your running backs are tied with your quarterback for touchdowns is a problem to me. So if the Packers can get the run game going, control the clock, almost play how the 49ers are playing, with that passing game they got, man, that West Coast style passing game they got, I think there'll be a problem, man. So we'll see going down the stretch in that situation, man. So let's get to the next rankings on the BCS poll. So we got the Falcons at 2-2. So we're gonna stop. We did the top 10. I'm not gonna go farther than that because now we're starting to get in those teams that 2-2, 2-2 on out. So it's kind of going down the line right now. We're gonna come back week 9 and do the BCS polls again week 10. And see what's going on over there with that though. But Booney, man, talking about your team, man. Anybody that you see playing good football that hasn't been that we really haven't been talking about?
Man, that's tough to say, man. Everybody's playing good football, but I do want to shout out my old line, man, because they definitely been pushing defenses backwards. Except for that D lineman that D tackle that the Hitter got, man. That motherfucker was fucking beating my dude the fuck up. What's his name? Dude got them sacks.
Yep, Brian Gonzalez. Brian Gonzalez beat everybody up that he play right now. Stats right now, offense, total yards gained right now. All right, so the Jaguars lead the whole NFL with 2,669 yards total. Seahawks coming in second, Eagles in third, Ravens fourth, Chiefs fifth. All right, total offensive yards gained. We got the Seahawks with 2,223, Jags in second, Ravens third, Chiefs fourth, Eagles fifth. Passing yards on the year right now, you got the Eagles sitting with 1,286 yards passing. Then you got the Seahawks, Browns, Vikings, Bills. Rushing yards right now, we're going on. Jaguars lead the whole entire league with 1,224. Right behind them is the Seahawks, Ravens, 49ers, Giants. Chiefs coming in fifth. My bad. I think Chiefs fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, Chiefs six. All right, points per game right now. We see it. The Seahawks is averaging 50 points a game. Jaguars second with 44.8. Cowboys 36. Ravens 35. 49ers averaging 35.3 yards. Points a game. Packers at 35 right now. That's huge. Passing touchdowns on the season right now. Jaguars with 18. Seahawks 15. Chiefs 15. Ravens 13. Cowboys 12. Rushing touchdowns, stay here to go with the Seahawks. 16, Panthers at 14, Giants 12, Jaguars 10, 49ers 9. Defensively, let's see who holding shit down defensively right now. Look like the Bengals is holding it down right now with 910 yards given up. Chiefs second, Titans, Cowboys, Giants. Passing yards allowed. Again, I always talk about the Titans and their secondary, man, and they've proven it once again, 455 yards. They're tied for first with the Cowboys. They got the Chiefs, Saints, Bengals, Chargers. Rushing yards allowed. Packers on the year of 197 yards rushing on the year. Falcons, Steelers, Bills, Bucks. Passing points allowed on the season right now. Let's see, points allowed. We want who's shutting the run down. So, all right, so Cowboys only giving up 59 points. Packers 61. 49ers 62, Redskins 75, Bengals 76. Sacks on the season right now. Seahawks is getting to the quarterback right now. In 5 games, 44 sacks. That's huge right now. Broncos led by B.G. Gonzalez, 39 sacks. Chiefs led by Simeon Rice with 28, and Jacksonville Jaguars was 25. Steelers with 17. There go your top 5. Forced fumbles and fumble recoveries on the year right now. The Ravens has recovered 7 fumbles, Jaguars 6, 49ers 4, Chiefs tied 4, Packers at 4, Dolphins at 4. We got a big tie. INTs on the year right now. Seahawks sitting at 14. We got a tie for first with 1, 2, 3, 4 teams. Jacksonville tied for second, and you got a long host of 13s going down. So we got a bunch of teams picking the ball off right now, but it starts with the Seahawks. And that's what the defense looking like right now. So Booney, man, when it comes down to secondaries in the league right now, man, who would you say has one of the best secondaries in the league? Your top 3, if you can, just offhand.
Man, that's tough, man. Because I don't play everybody, man. And I don't really see everybody's game, but I just off of Stingley and what he could do, man. He remind me of Brevis. He definitely get my attention, man, when he back there. Also, another dude, and like I told you, I'm primarily playing the AFC, so it's kind of tough. But Falk has a corner over there that's pretty nice too.
Yeah, that corner stepping up. And you talking about Isaac Taylor story. You can either go. You can pick and choose between both those corners because Snead is playing high level football as well. So I'm gonna stay there, and we're gonna stay at corners right now. Let's see if I can go to the NFL. Let's see if they show it, and let's just look at corners itself. And we talk about top corners in the league. All right, so the first corner over here, and we don't never talk about him, but I see this name pop up a lot. But DJ Carter got the most INTs out of corners. Then you get over there to the Jets and Percy Carr. I just played the Jets. This guy really is advertised with that 4 right there, man. Then you got Isaac Taylor Stewart. This is who you're probably talking about when it comes down to the Chiefs. This guy's a track star, flying, and he got good coverage at 6'2", 205 pounds. 4 INTs right now. Next corner with picks would be Stingley, 4. And then you get into jungle with Javelin Guidry with 3. And then there's really the next corner, Meek Robertson. And like I said, these are the corners that we've been talking about as the new shutdown guys. So these guys are still hanging around with Meek Robertson. And again, Falk's corner was drafted very high 2 drafts ago, man. I'm going to sit here and tell you where he got picked at. He was picked 4 in the draft, and we haven't talked about him. He has had a Pro Bowl appearance already. And I think when you talk about the top corners in the league, we got to start talking about him as a shutdown. Now, when I first did the top new up-and-coming corners, I didn't have him in the top 5, but he was at 6, pushing the envelope for 5. I think he stepped into that realm now at 5 right now. Now, is he at 5? I don't know, but I do think, and I'm not being biased, but I really feel like Derek Stingley's the best corner in the league for sure. And then you had the Panthers over there with Tyson Campbell. You really could pick and choose between those guys. Let me see if I can see what they're doing on the year right now. Panthers and his cornerbacks right now. Let's look at INTs. Actually, neither one of them got picks on the year right now, man. How many catches they gave up? Both of them giving up 4 catches allowed. I don't know. Got to do it longer than 1 or 2 seasons right now. So, yeah, I think we got a shift change going on right now, man. So Booney, Stingley, Isaac Taylor-Stewart, Amik Robinson for the Saints. He's still playing at a high level since we talked about it. Who else, man? Who else out of the young corners would you throw up there?
Oh man.
What about the kid out there at the Ravens?
You know, I would be remiss if I didn't, shout out my boy Kyler Gordon, man. He's probably, I feel like he's the pound for pound, fastest corner in the league, But that's just me, and he is a shutdown corner. You're talking about one of the youngest kids with a great technique. 22 years old, shutting down. 4 years removed from high school, like he's the guy.
I mean, 99 speed, 99 XL. We might be talking about the fastest corner in the league. 6 foot, 195. He got the size. And yeah, he's flying. Let's see what the bunnies look like. He jumping out the building. Is he jumping out the building? That's all I want to know. 96 jumping. When it comes down to him looking at his stats right now, 3 INTs on the season. He does have 21 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 5 deflections. They all was opportunities for picks. He only gave up 2 catches allowed. Anything to the crib. And he got a touchdown return. So, yeah, he's playing high-level football right now. He's just a guy we keep our eye on over here, man. Another corner that I like that was a sleeper corner that got picked for the Broncos in last year's draft. Not the draft that just passed, but last year's draft. Let's see if we can find him and see if anything's happening out of him. Chris Steele, 1 pick. When you say pound-for-pound fast corners right now, man, I think this guy, 98 speed, 96 SL, is flying right now. So hit it, man. It's Chris Steele stepping into the number 1 realm of corners over there with Revis over there and Ramsey over there. Is this guy holding his own?
Yeah, he's on his own. He definitely doesn't get thrown at a lot, so he doesn't get a lot of opportunities. But when he does get a shot, he's usually there on the ball. If not making the plays, he's around the ball.
All right. And we talk about the defense, man. Even though he's getting up there in 9 years in the league, 10 working on 10th right now. 13 sacks from a D tackle right now in week 5. What is it about this guy and what makes him like crazy good like this?
Lack of the double team, lack of respect, and soft ass centers. That's basically it.
I mean, I've seen guys double team him. I've seen guys switch up centers to play him. I mean, when you come to Mile High or Mile High come to you, either or, the first and foremost, you have to know when you are on offense, you have to account for this guy, man. I think what made him so good is he came in the league as the number 1 D tackle, but he also was moved to DN, and he played 3 seasons at DN before moving back to the D tackle. And the moment you move him back to the D tackle, he's been dominant from that point on. And I think we lose sight of, when you look at stats, we lose sight of actually what this guy does game in and game out. Now, let's take him back to 2021, 9 years ago. 7 sacks. Comes in, he had 10 tackles for loss right now. That's just him filling out the league right now. Then he comes back and has 20 sacks. Then he comes back, has 2 down years to, I would say, 8 and 9. Most people will still say they're good sacks, but once you get to that 20 round, you got it better. I don't know. What you think? Got to the 20, now they paying attention to him, so maybe that's where the 8 and 9 came from? Or that's just still, I'm growing up, man. My second year, my sophomore year, I was balling 23, 24 or something. What changed in 23 and 24?
He got switched. That's when he does the year he went to D tackle. So it was a little bit different position for him because he used to coming off the edge. So now he's lining up over the center. So he had to learn, and then he had Albert. Albo was still there learning with him. So it was a little different situation for him.
But you come out of 24, and then you get in the year to 2025 year, he had 25 and a half sacks at D tackle, 16 tackles for loss. And then since then, he's just been a terror. 11 tackles for loss, 18 and a half sacks, 5 tackles for loss, 13 and a half sacks, 17, 14, and now he's sitting at 13. It's been a double-digit sack guy his entire career right now. Now, again, man, how do you build when you got a guy who's 9 seasons in as well? I don't see him slowing down at all. the defense you build around this guy, man. To me, I think. Do you feel as though you got the other two linemen, another DN, right and left, that can cause havoc to be able to go along with this guy? Like, where we at with it right now?
Yeah, I mean, Dumerville's still here. He been long in the tooth for a long time, and actually, BG came in and stole a lot of glory from Dumerville, because Dumerville was the guy that filled in those seasons that BG only had 8 and 9, because Dumerville was beating them to the quarterback, basically.
Yeah.
If you look at the stats, you definitely see that. But also brought in another guy that was just been growing up through the system. Is he didn't play his first season. He redshirted. So Big 92, Big Cat. A lot of people didn't like his name, but he's living up to it. He played D tackle also, so he's moving around. He's going through the same steps that BG went through.
Right. And we're talking about Big Cat. What's the Big Cat's last name?
Lewis.
Big Cat Lewis. I'm trying to find. There we go. Nope. Where the hell is he? I'm trying to find him. Big Cat Lewis.
No, that's Terrell Lewis. Big Cat is what's Big Cat last name?
There you go. Big Cat Bryant right now, 3.5 sacks from the season. Now, is he playing defensive end for you? He's more of a run stopper, in my opinion, though. I think he just holds it down. And a lot of these guys, man, they draw double teams, especially in that 3-4. They draw a lot of double teams right now, man. I think this might be the year, and it's growing, but I think this might be the year you put the right linebackers around these guys. That front seven always been strong for you, but I think right now is probably, I think, the best you are at linebacker. This might be the fastest group of linebackers you've possessed in a long time right now. Now, how do you get all these guys on the field and make them actually stand out in your defense?
A lot of them are situational guys. I have my core 4, but I also have 2 that come in different situations. I'm not gonna give away that on TV, but they do play. And they do make an impact.
So you're dealing with Elvis Dumerville at 31 years old. Then you go to the other side. You got 2 young DNs, but Big Cat Bryant, you are counting on him to be the next guy with 23 years old, 95 overall. And we get to the D tackle situation, Brian B.G. Gonzalez at 30 years old, who's still playing like he's 23 years old out here. But when you get to the linebackers, you got Derek Brooks, the seasoned veteran, and you still got DeMarcus Ware sitting over here. But like I said, when it comes down to speed right now, Derek Brooks is 93 speed, 96 acceleration. Your next speed burner, I think he's playing a lot. Ruben Hippolyte, who we call Hippopotamus, the hipster, whatever you want to call him. I see him getting a lot of play right now. You like the Maryland guys right now. What does he bring to the table?
He's still learning. It's his rookie season, so he's making a few mistakes here and there, but when I release him to go to the quarterback, he know what to do. It's the running back that's giving him problem.
All right, so again, your recipe to me, I see you got a bunch of veterans that can make these guys grow up real fast, man. But Antoine Brooks, the tweener, 24 years old, 90 speed, 93 acceleration, 97 tackle, 93 hit power right now. But then you traded for Jaleel McRae, we call Jarrell McReady right now from Jacksonville, man. What does he bring to the table at 6'5",
he brings that winning attitude. Coming from Jacksonville, my motto is you want to win, put a Jaguar in. So we went out and we did that. So we got us a Jaguar. We got a couple of them over here. I ain't gonna hold you. But they bring a winning attitude. They used to the postseason, and anybody will tell you that's what the Broncos been lacking, that postseason presence. So, they come on over and they're making an impact, and they're bringing that leadership to the locker room, and it's playing a toll on the defense.
It's contagious, man, because you brought these guys over. Y'all guys made it to playoffs for sure. So it's definitely contagious over there. And again, the speed is what I like. But I like this Chris Barnes guy. I don't see him really touching the field too much or nothing. Is he a role player for you right now? And Duval Sexton has been in the Pro Bowl the last 2 seasons. So we looking real healthy at linebacker right now. And then you get to the secondary. Terrell Reeves, man, he had a terrible playoff game, I would say, but has he turned the corner at 28 years old? Is he back to playing good football?
Yeah, he's making a few plays. He's doing what he got to do in the position that he playing, and he's in the slot this season, and he's made a few interceptions.
Right.
Still a little mad at him about the postseason, but I'll get over it.
Right, so you got Deuce Ramsey over here for another Jaguar. You say you want to win, put a Jaguar in. You got one of the best corners in the league, flat out shut down. And Deuce Ramsey, what does he bring to the table at the cornerback
Uh,
position?
yeah, he brings that leadership, that ball hawking skills that he has. I haven't been calling the right plays for him lately, so he's been out of position on a few plays, and it's been costing me in these last 2 weeks.
All right, and he's so athletic, man. This guy, acrobat, he can do all types of things for you, man. So what about this Chris Steele? We talked about him early. The reason why Ray Rivers is in the slot is because of Chris Steele, right?
Yes.
All right. So now, I mean, it look like you're comfortable with Deuce Ramsey and Chris Steele's on the outside with Reeves holding it down on the inside. Now, it was talks in the wind that there was another Jacksonville Jaguar on his way over there. I don't know what happened with that deal and all that, but it seems like maybe Jacoby Stevens is changing your thought process on that. And then Jared Maiden, they both are top guys that have been playing really good football over there. But Keyshawn Lawrence was on his way over here. What stopped that trade?
Yeah, the trade fell through because the Jacksonville realized that they wasn't letting one of their other safeties stay. He was letting them go, so he ended up being a stay home. So that's what was that. It was just all talk, little rumorville.
So if the trade talk was still there and he was still available for you, is that a guy that you would be willing to go get to better fit in on this defense?
Yeah, I'm always open to having a quality player on my team.
I mean, we're talking about a 6'3", 212-pound maniac. Only been in his rookie year. This is his second year. Started over there for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and then lost his starting job to another rookie right now, 92. So he's not happy. He's really, really not happy in Jacksonville right now, man. So the trade line is talking to open right back up for him to become a Bronco right now, man. 92 hit power, 94 speed. Can't teach that. 95 acceleration. The guy 85 zone right now, still working. 90 pursuit. 86 man right now, and he's jumping out the building. So that's still there, man. Let's get on the phone when you talk that talk right now. I think this helps change some things on your defense as well. That winning attitude you talked about. This guy is a walking turnover stick. So I don't know, man. We've been talking about it, but let's see how it goes down the line right now. So let's talk about our Super Bowl champion that's defending his championship right now. Are we looking at another a guy that can repeat? Because if you think about it, our last Super Bowl winners has been repeats. The Jaguars won 2 in a row. The Cowboys won 2 in a row, and now the Chiefs just got 1. Do we see them repeating again? This is for either one of you guys, Boone or Hitter, to answer this question. Can the Chiefs repeat this year?
Nah, I don't see him repeating, man. Especially him blowing up his team. I know it would be a great feat if he actually did. With him blowing up his team, so he could show the league that he could blow up his team and go back to back. But nah, I don't see him doing it, man.
So we talk about blowing up a team right now, man, and we've seen the Seahawks blow it up and struggle and lose 5 games in the season. We've seen the Jacksonville Jaguars blow it up 3 seasons in a row, 3 seasons and lost more games than they expect themselves to lose. What are we talking about with blowing it up over with the Chiefs? What did they actually blow up?
Well, shoot, man, I didn't even pay attention to the offseason moves, and I see somebody picked up Calvin Johnson over there.
Okay, that was a big piece.
Arguably the best wide receiver in the game.
Man,
yeah,
definitely arguably. Go ahead, we talking. Let's keep talking about these.
But nah, that was one that I seen.
And he still hasn't made his running back situation. He still hasn't locked in on who his actual starter is. So that's also a big issue.
Me personally, you sitting down. If not the one, I'm not gonna call him the best running back in the league, but he damn sure was close to it with Cliff Holiday. I think Fred Taylor was holding that down for the last 2 seasons. But when you looked at running backs as a whole, I thought Cliff Holiday was the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Fred Teller's been holding it down, so we can't take nothing away from Fred Taylor and what he's done in the last 2 seasons. But Holiday is a monster, and for him to be sitting over there and struggling for time right now, and I think that's just him scared to pull the trigger. And why don't you pull the trigger, Boom? You don't want to get rid of a guy like that. What are you holding him for? What are you scared of? See if we on point. I know what he's scared of. What are you scared? What do you think he's scared of? Why do you keep holding on to a guy like that can get you all types of picks, all types of shit you want right now, being one of the best running backs, not the top 2, top 3? Journey Brown is proven. It's nothing to talk about with Journey Brown. Journey Brown is definitely he's proven. He's ready to go. Journey Brown can be the starter. Journey Brown can be the starter for sure right now with no problem over there in Kansas City. What will stop this guy for getting rid of a Holiday right now?
I wouldn't get rid of him just because, man. Especially the injury bug. The injury bug. That is me, man. It could be another reason, but I know injuries happen when you least suspect it in this game, man. You can run the ball 50 times in one game, and then the first snap, that motherfucker go down with a fucking torn bicep or some shit.
Right. I mean, I like that, but what it comes down to is this. Bottom line, when it comes down to the top elite teams he got to play, he ain't going to be comfortable thinking Journey can do it. Right now, he going to need Holiday. So he not getting rid of that piece because he want to win when he has to win. Bottom line. And I think he ain't ready to blow that up yet. Because Holiday at 27 years old right now, his trade value goes down if you let him sit to the end of the year. Not too many people, no matter how good he is going to want to give up anything for a 28-year-old running back. We know that. He knows that. So I think he wants that double. He wants to step into that elite realm of being called back-to-back champion. And I don't think he can get to that back-to-back championship without having Holiday sitting on that roster, still playing. So that's my opinion on why Holiday's still around. Ray Lewis is still in the building. I don't think anybody should give up a Ray Lewis piece, but we did hear that it was trade talks for Ray Lewis as well. But I like Ray Lewis still staying over here. You drafted a house. I mean, at number 1 for Tariq Austin Cave to go number 1 overall in this draft, middle linebacker with that 93 speed, 93 excel. The hit power's off the charts, 96 hit power. This guy's ready to go, and he definitely could take that middle linebacker role over, though. But why not keep a Ray Lewis all year and mentor this guy, man?
That's what if he get rid of Ray Lewis, he won't make the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't think he goes to the playoffs either without Ray Lewis. I think he can't do that. Not saying, oh, I got rid of this, and that, and it still play. I think he goes to the playoffs. I don't think you saying if he get rid of Ray Lewis, he won't go to the playoffs?
Nah, he won't go to the playoffs because I know after I think he won that game, he had me next, you next, and then me. So nah, he ain't getting past me without Ray Lewis.
Oh.
He might not get past me just because he gave up Calvin. So shit, I don't know. Shit, he might not get past Mike while you bullshitting.
With Ray Lewis not in the building?
He still got Cave, got the number 1 pick in the draft.
He still got to grow up. We know how that is when you playing with young players against these great players.
He in the Falk system.
Yeah.
Shit. That shit sound good. It's only been
They ready by week 1.
Yeah, he in the Falk system. I agree.
That sound good. Hey, listen, I guarantee it's only been one Ray Lewis ever since he been playing. As long as you can remember. You know what? Ever ask yourself why?
Why?
Shit, what you mean? You ain't gotta ask. Shit.
Why?
Ray was the one. He was the one untradeable piece. He got rid of Calvin. You know what I mean? He got rid of Hardman, Tyreek. Ray Lewis is the one constant. I'm trying to tell you. The middleman. We know about the middleman. You find your middleman, you keep him.
100% try. 100% facts right there. I don't think the Chiefs got the balls to trade Ray Lewis from this team. I don't. It's the same reason I think he wouldn't trade Holiday this season. It's the same reason I don't think he got the balls to get rid of a Ray Lewis right now. And he ain't playing comfortable football in his eyes right now. He's not getting rid of those pieces. He do got the linebackers to fucking do it. It ain't a linebacker over there that can't play and replacing right now. He don't even have to go nowhere else. He can stay on his roster and play with these guys over here. Anthony Hines, 92 speed, 96 excel, 23 years old. Avery Huff, 22 years old. He's stepping into a round right now, 94 speed, 93 excel. So he got the guys, bro. They flying. And in the secondary though, he's getting very not only is Snead stepping into his own round. Now Israel Mukuhamu never stepped into that ram I thought he should have stepped into at 6'4" at corner. But he's still around. He plays the nickel a lot. I can tell the stories of shutdown. But you go and get Reggie Spillman out of free agency at 31 years old. Do I think these corners needed a mentor? No. So I think he go grab that piece, and I think he gets ready for people like Ravens, Cowboys, Seahawks, Jaguars, with a Reggie Spillman. With that, that experience and that awareness, he comes in the building and gives him that extra dimension he needs to be able to get past these teams. Because at the end of the day, the guys that he gonna have to cover are way younger than him and less experienced over there. Now both these safeties are playing high, so you got Cyrus Fagans who's stepping into it. Anytime a guy get a nickname, man, the eraser, you already know what he about. But then you go get Light Yagami. We all remember Light Yagami about 6 seasons ago, man. So you got Light Yagami over here again. I think he's putting himself in a situation where I'm blowing my team up, but I'm really not blowing my team up. I ain't going through the drastic blow up that the Jags has been through, that the Seahawks has been through. I'm blowing it up, but behind that blow up, I'm grabbing some pieces over here that's going to hold me down while the blow up is happening. All right, now I think the problem he having this year in the passing game is you can talk about Bo Rice, and he's still. Let's talk about this argument. Every time he's playing a game, he talks about how Bo Rice the only receiver in the league that gave it to Stingley right now, man. Fellas, can we talk about this before I talk about these receivers over here? Y'all watch that game, man. What happened in that game, man? Why is he so confident that Bo Rice took it to Stingley?
Hey, man, all I know is I seen some one-on-ones and, some gambling and, everybody made good plays, man. I don't even want to speak on that game because we kind of know what happened in that game on both sides. I don't think that one game tells the story. You know what I mean? Stingley had made some hell of a plays, got a pick or 2 picks, and Bo Rice did, catch Stingley sleeping. But I don't think that game tell the whole story.
But is Bo Rice a number 1 receiver? Can he keep this team over here elite?
Nah.
Okay.
Fuck no.
All right.
He should number 1 receiver on on the 49ers.
Right. So then you go look at Justin Ross, who he really hasn't gotten involved in. He never got comfortable with Justin Ross at all, and he's forced to rely on him right now. Now he has all the tools and the ratings to be able to be that guy. But I don't think he's 100% comfortable with him right now, man. He's been a 1,000-yard receiver 2 years in a row. Right now, he's the leader of this team. I think Bo Rice. I mean, if you look at it, let's see who is the leader of this team at a receiver spot. Is it Bo Rice? Of course, the tight end's still there.
Hey,
yeah.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah, let's be honest. That's what we want to do.
Hey, that boy looking a lot like the Ravens on the scoreboard for real.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Looking a lot like the Ravens.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that college football style of play he's playing with is saving his ass right now.
But see, you think about it, man.
That's just. Are we talking facts right now? That college style football.
3 receptions for a rookie. You know what I mean? Like, not nobody over 100 yards. You know what I mean? And it go back to Ray Lewis, man. His defense is saving him because he's down in a lot of these games. Mm-hmm. If you don't have Ray Lewis, what you hear? Ray Lewis, best linebacker in the league.
Yep.
That's all you hear.
I
Ray
agree
Lewis,
with you.
People fear him, man. They know what Ray Lewis is, but sometimes that shit don't even matter. But he been down in damn near 4 of his 5 games. He been down, and he came back. Hit the game today, I think he was down.
Yeah.
And I don't even know who this fucking priest King Tony dude is.
Right.
But shit, he might be alright, man. Got Falk goddamn shaking like that.
Mm-hmm. Now, again, you look at the receiver core over here. He drafted the number 1 receiver in this draft, man, Emeka Egbuka, and I think this guy is going to be a problem, but he's not right now. Now, with that being said, Bo Rice, Justin Ross, if you was completely comfortable within your skin with these receivers, you don't go get Andre Johnson Jr. out of free agency or DJ Pill. And we all know who DJ Pill is. Y'all had to defend him twice a season for a couple of seasons, man. This guy is a dog for the Raiders. He just fell into a place where we haven't had a good coach over there to be able to utilize what he really was good about. So you got 2 seasoned veterans sitting here that 28 years old that's going to have to be reevaluated because they haven't played for nobody in a while, where they should still be on X factors. When I get through the league and start touching these 28 and over kids, DJ might be dropping. But with that being said, again, he's playing it safe right here. Bo Rice is my guy. Justin Ross is my guy. I did draft a rookie. I know he's not ready yet. So when they get down to these tough games right now, and if I'm in a situation, I got 2 veterans that I can put in at any moment to make us hold it down. But when it comes down to the passing game, we all know what this shit goes through. And the sooner the other part of the league understands Kellen Winslow III is the man over here. We went from Calvin Johnson being a guy over here to him being a complete guy over here right now. Now, he's mentoring this season with Michael Martinez behind him, but we all know the entire offense is going to run through him when it comes down to the passing game right now. Now, again, is this guy enough to take these Chiefs back to the Super Bowl?
Nah, man, not this year. Not this year, man.
But Boone, I think with the Ravens offense that he runs now, I think that's the thing that gets him over the hump. I think that offense, with him doing it, especially us knowing that he's scary in the passing game, you can't cheat him and not cheat him in that when he go to that offense. Let's just think about it. He started off the AFC Championship. I had to put the headsets down. He was so feeling himself. I mean, he was talking shit, cussing me out. All over the place, right? And then all of a sudden, it got real quiet. All of a sudden, that second half, the Jags started to dominate that ball game. And the switch that happened was the jet sweeps, the RPO, the quarterback jet powers, all that offense came back in effect and put him right back in the situation because it was the key drive that he had with that offense up the field on an 8-play drive that got him in the end zone, got a stop, and then went right back up the field to win the game on that last play pass. And I think that offense is what's saving him right now because he's starting to get into it. Now, he's not mastered it yet. If he mastered it, it's going to be a scary feat. But I think that's what's going to get him over the hump to me, which can keep him going right back to a Super Bowl again. What do you got to say about everybody that's running this system now?
Hey, man. Hey, just, pay homage,
Let's call it, instead of calling it RPO, let's just call it the Boom Cat. Let's call it what it is. The Boom Cat offense.
Listen, man. Just pay homage, man. Just know where you got it from. Don't bite the hand that feeds you, dog. You can only run that shit against me 5 times a game, But nah, man, it's good, man, to see the league evolve, man. We thought Buck was going to forever be a pocket passer. They get on me. Oh, Boom can't stay in the pocket. Now everybody want to get out the pocket. You know what I mean? So, hey, man, it's just one of them things where, it's good to see the league evolve. And, I remember people used to call themselves trendsetters and shit. You know what I mean? I'm just
Shots
saying.
fired.
Hey, listen.
Shots fired.
Hey,
Holy
shit. It was all good a couple of discs ago.
Not a trend. So he ain't a trendsetter no more? Damn.
Hey, man, trend taker.
Oh,
I'm saying you usually call somebody. I mean, when this is happening, I usually get to hear the 2 famous words that come out your. Nah, what's them 2 famous words that come out your mouth?
Oh, nah,
Dick
man.
Rider?
Yeah.
I mean, facts. See, I was gonna be nice, but you see, you did it. You did it, dog. Everybody already know that, man. Everybody on the mic know fuck Dick Ride, dog. And this just bringing it into fruition, dog. It ain't nothing that he can say besides, hey, I do it better. I won a chip. Hey, man, listen. Ray Lewis won that chip.
Let me ask you a question, man.
What's up?
He's made some adjustments. I think was killing everybody on defense right now. Simeon at D tackle right now took the Nah, what's up, bro? You. That wasn't him.
That is Mom Dukes.
Nah, that was DC Snake Eyes.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck? I'm about to get him though. Watch this. Oh shit. But yeah, man. Hold on, man. What's up, bro? You. Oh, okay, the call in. All right. We got a call in interview, fellas. We got a call in interview right now, man. DC Snake Eyes drafted prime time 2 junior at quarterback, man. Shador Sanders, man. Go ahead, man. The floor is yours, buddy. What's going on?
Man, damn.
Motherfucker ain't used to having a goddamn,
The rookie QB had a rough outing, but he'll be unlocked in a second. He'll be alright.
Okay.
But I don't think what Bone wanted to say, man, look, nigga, swagger jacking out here, huh?
Swagger
He was
jacking.
against the world now. Well, he couldn't win on his own time, so he had to watch tape and learn some new plays, huh?
Man, that's what it sounds like he's saying right now,
He had
man.
to watch some plays, get some good running plays. Now he had to come get some good RPO and QB plays and all that stuff, so he had to swagger jack, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that's what it sounds like. Is that what we talking about right now? Oh, shit.
I
Let's
mean,
get
so,
to it.
I mean, look, right, look how it always turn around.
What was that?
I guess he telling the truth. He tried to call it out on everybody else. He tried to call stuff out on everybody else, but that's what he like. It's like he started posting men in the chat, but that's another story.
That he what?
He posts men in the chat.
Just like he started posting men in the chat.
This nigga must have drank some Henny tonight. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Yo.
The true colors coming out. Swagger jacket, talking about people running jet sweeps and this, that, and the fourth. I ain't even be watching the games, but I just had a tune in. Like, we know Bone had Lamar and was the first, and he been running this Wildcat and this, that, and the fourth, the QBs. And you ain't got no choice but to do that when you got Lamar. Dang, man, this thing called Swagger Jack, and he don't even pay homage to nobody? Golly.
Dang.
What's next? We gonna start seeing him posting wedding pictures of him and a nigga in that jump.
Oh, Lord. Oh, God.
Posting men in the chat.
Oh, my God.
How you keeping all them fat faggots in your phone?
Oh, God. He about, I promise you he about to hop on. Oh, Lord.
The short bus, Googling plays too. Man,
so you saying Super Bowl tainted?
Riots going on in DC. I gotta get out of here, man. My phone is riots going on. I gotta get off.
Alright, man, I'll at you. Wow. Shit. Oh no, we not letting this go right. I gotta get my man on the phone. Damn. Shot fired. Oh God.
How we get that from?
Oh my God.
Shots fired.
Shots fired.
Shotgun. Motherfucking little Uzi birded that nigga. Damn.
He ain't gonna answer. Told you. He ain't gonna answer.
Hey man,
somebody send this real talk to him, bro. Oh Lord. I'm about to send it to him right now.
Comeback.
Oh, he gonna be hot when he hear this shit. Oh Lord.
Motherfucker like.
So it sound like DC Snake Eyes came on his interview and said that Super Bowl tainted because he swagger jacked, and then he swagger jacked, and then he don't want to give homage to the people that did it first. Is that what we talking about?
Hey, fuck that. That Super Bowl half mine. That nigga got half a Super Bowl.
Damn. I thought my nigga did a good job getting to that Super Bowl and winning it though. But it's half yours. Swagger jack.
Tell the truth though. When you see that shit, you like this nigga. I guarantee you, like, this nigga go.
I mean, I knew he had it in the arsenal because we talked about it before he plugged and played with it. But I wasn't expecting it when it came, and then when it came, I was like that, like, fuck, here we go with this shit. So when he first ran it, I'm like, yeah, go ahead and run that quarterback and see you get his neck broke. But then he had an extension off of it because now I focused on the quarterback with the power, and he just kept giving the jet sweeps up, and them shits was getting blocked, bro. And I've been having nightmares about that offense since I played you in that playoff game. Everybody that's been running on me. Look, I mean, at the end of the day, I just played a shootout with DC Snake Eyes with that same formula. So that shit get picked up, man, and it's like hard to stop right now. So like I've been in practice mode trying my best to figure out some schemes to work with that to stop that offense. That shit's powerful, man. And what's gonna happen is, yeah, Boone, you set the trend on that, and a couple of us put it in and was here and there with it. Snake Eyes ran it almost completely as much as how you was running it. Now Falk running it, and what happens is that's gonna start turning the league into running it. You know what I'm saying? So like you really got the Boone Cat about to be the next wave coming in. All right, so we got called back in again right now. What's going on, cuz? You. All right, but yeah, man, I think the Chiefs are still as strong as they are, because here's why. Because I think he got a bunch of veteran replacements to come in and better hold him down. And I think, you know how it is. You get to the playoffs, bro, that experience is going to hold him down and shit. Nah, cousin, I ain't find nothing, bro. God damn. Yo, bro.
Yo, cuz.
Yeah, it's still a no-go. It's a no-go. Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah, so I mean I like the roster now. Again, DC hitter, you played him twice. Um I mean obviously you got the up on it. Does he have the team? Is it still a strong presence of him being able to go right back to a bowl?
Yeah, like I said, it's once he get the offense clicking, because the defense is there. It's just the
Right.
offense. He's struggling on offense with the identity for real. Because once he doesn't run the boom cat like boom.
Right.
He runs it like Falk, so it's stoppable. But when you incorporate the fact that he's a thrower and he's running the ball now. So once he get the running back that he needs in there on the field, running them like he's supposed to run, and these wide receivers, besides once he gets Ross catching and the rookie, then he got a good chance of going back to the Super Bowl.
Like my thing is, Bo Rice don't scare me at all, and I don't think Bo Rice or Justin Ross is enough for him to be able to win games with me. But that tight end Kellen Winslow scare me, and that quarterback Garantano scare me with the Boom Cat. That's scary. That's scary because with him with the Boom Cat, you know he can still throw the football, so he can give us that Boom Cat look all game long, and be able to throw the ball out of that shit too. And that's where I think he'll be dangerous at. And at any moment he can go back to Holiday and give Holiday the ball. And if you give Holiday the ball, he averaging 15.6 yards a carry. I mean, an average right now. So when you averaging 15.6 yards, 2 touchdowns, and you only touch the ball 17 times, this is anytime you want with him. So he can go to a heavy run game and run his way back to a Super Bowl if he wanted to. Or he can play his style of offense, but that style of offense we gotta admit we have to allow him the process of incorporating the Boom Cat into that, because that's where it's at right now. When you look at the running game, your quarterback got 29 carries on the year right now, 305 yards, averaging 10.5 yards a carry, 2 touchdowns right now. So this is the new Kansas City Chief look, the new Coach Falk's look right now. Your quarterback got the second most carries on your team right now, and you're only giving him those carries out of the RPO system. So I think that's here to stay with these Chiefs, and we're gonna have to get used to it. Now the question is, it sounds like Snake Eyes is mad he ain't paying homage. He called people swagger jackers, and he ain't paying homage to the man he got it from. I think he's arrogant enough to say fuck who he got it from. Watch what I do with it. Simple as that. I remember I was screaming that when I was chasing the X Factor for Chase Ward. Watch what I do with that. I never got to it, but it seemed like he not playing with it right now. So, again, 29 carries, 305 yards, only 1 fumble out of his quarterback, 10.5 yards a carry, 2 touchdowns. Journey Brown, 32 carries, 299 yards. He averages 9.3 yards a carry, 2 touchdowns, 1 fumble. And Holiday with 17 carries for 266, 15.6, 2 touchdowns. When you get to these receivers right now, Justin Ross, again, 14 catches, 306 yards. He got 3 touchdowns. Bo Rice got 4 touchdowns, 18 catches. Kellen Winslow, 13 catches for 5 touchdowns. And the rookie got 10 catches for 3 touchdowns right now. He's spreading the ball. It's still early, spreading the ball around. But again, it just seems like I got to go back to who played him in the passing game. Is it the same Chiefs team? Mahomes, Calvin, and Hardman, and all those guys that dot you up, throw it all over the park. Do you get that same feel with these Chiefs?
No.
Nah.
No, you don't. It's not the ooh baby's not there. I mean, the ooh babies that he do get are a reflection of the offense that he's running now. You get drawn into the run that you fall asleep on the pass.
Right.
Whereas before is you get drawn into the pass that you fall asleep on the run.
So is this the first season where the Kansas City Chiefs and Coach Falky doesn't have a number 1 receiver outside of the tight end that's a threat to the point where we have to focus and pay attention to?
Yes, and I actually think that's a good thing.
I like that. I like that comment. A good thing for him to have guys that he gotta get all these guys involved right now. That can be scary. Again, I see it setting up as that with the Boomcat offense and not a real threat presence at number one wide receiver, and you have to do it collectively. That threat can be really dangerous when you got. It's only week 5, and you got to week 17 to get this right. That's plenty enough time to get this thing perfected right now. What happens at the end of this if it takes him to the level that he goes to? I mean, you just think about it. Last year, your quarterback in his first start last year won the MVP of the league. Your quarterback in his first start last year threw for 4,687 yards, 62 touchdowns in his first start. Your quarterback in his first start, 123 attempts, 1,135 yards rushing, 12 touchdowns in his first start. He had 3,000-yard rushers, 4,000-yard receivers. Does he need a number one threat at the receiver, or do we got a guy that's just starting to really have a complete offense? Have we seen anybody with a complete offense yet? So for the plus and the negative, and I'm just hypothetically thinking, we might be in a realm of watching a guy with a complete offense now that's doing everything with everybody on his team. How scary can that be?
I don't know, man. If you ask me, I don't see it as a complete offense because once again, if it not had been for his defense, I think we'll be talking about a different Chiefs team. And I know it's a team game, but his offense struggles. So his defense actually put his offense in pretty good positions to win most of those ball games. So I don't know, man. I think pretty much they're doing what they're supposed to do. But man, I'm not sold on his offense just yet.
All right, so on the defensive side of things, man, you go look at this team as a whole right now. The rookie is is this a good thing or is this a good thing for your rookie middle linebacker, the number one pick in the league, to have 29 tackles right now, leads your team in tackles right now? Is that a good thing?
Yeah, that means he's on the ball.
I mean, we're not even looking at an unlock. I know he's not. There's no way he's unlocked yet. Not even unlocked yet. We're not even looking at a guy that's unlocked that's already at his full potential right now. He's leading his team with 29 tackles. Only 2 tackles for loss right now. No sacks, no INTs. So he's getting to the football. Simeon Rice, 24 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 13 sacks right now. He's tied with BG's for I think second in the league, because I do think the Seahawks got a guy.
No, we all ties, three ties.
3 ties, okay. All right, so when you look at that, now outside of Simeon Rice this year, you got the rookie Deshaun Clary, another Camden resident, with 4 sacks. Right outside linebacker Brent Barnes, 3. Fidel Diggs, who was the all-world defensive end last year that led the league in sacks, 3 sacks right now. Luke Kuechly with 2. But I think that, again, when you got, if you're looking at his formula, you look at this Deshaun Clary is the new defensive end over there to go alongside Fidel, right? But you picked up Josh Allen in free agency to be able to be safe. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you safe because you got a veteran that can hold you down until this guy get completely ready. So we not waiting. We don't have this guy on the field till week 8, 9, and 10 where he'll start to play how he's supposed to be playing. You got him on the field. He has 4 sacks. He might even get the starts. But you got your hold down just in case with Josh Allen right now. Now, Josh Allen being over here hasn't lost an ability yet at 33 years old, right? And when you look at Josh Allen, he's not going to lose that ability at all, right? Because in his since 2027, 12.5 sacks, 28-9. Came right back last year with 11 sacks. So this guy ain't going to drop because he's still playing at a high level. Again, the recipe is surround my young talent with veteran presence. While they developing, we got guys that's going to still win his ball games until these guys are ready to hold it down completely. So when I said the rebuild is not the real rebuild that I will go through, or I seen the Seahawks go through, I still think the rebuild is being sheltered by these type of players right now. And that's just good GMing. You know what I'm saying? Like, while we don't touch free agency, he tore it up this year, if you really think about it. Tore it up with big name players as well. So now on the defensive side of things, That front seven look good right now, especially the D line with Simeon Rice leading the way with 13 sacks. But then in the second half of that with the DBs, Isaac Taylor Stewart shut down corner with 4. Your other corner got 2 right now. Your safety got 2. Ray Lewis got 2. But then when you go to forced fumbles right now, you're creating fumbles. You got a host of guys on your team making people give it up. 2 with Tyreek. Again, the rookie not even unlocked, and he caused 2 fumbles already. The eraser got 2 fumbles out here, and then you got a bunch of guys with 1 forced fumbles all over the place going out here. And you see Light Yagami is getting burned over there with 8 tackles and 1 forced fumble. Is the Chiefs defense the number 1 defense in the league? Because we talking about how bad his offense is struggling, and he's been down in every game he's played for the last 3 games, but this defense is winning the ball games right now. So is this the best defense in the league?
Now I'm going to have to give that to the Seahawks right there.
Seahawks?
Yeah.
All right. I like that. I like that. Put the Seahawks at 1 with the best defense in the league right now. Let's put together a complete defense right now. I like that. Man, I want to hop on my team's back and say the Jaguars should be up there, but again, we've given up a lot of points this season, so I'll let that reside over there. So now, with that being said, these Chiefs so if the Seahawks is 1, are we pitting them 2?
Oh, definitely number 2.
All right.
Definitely number 2. The Jaguars up there. The Ravens defense for that front 7.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, all right, I'm sitting on the Chiefs team right now, and I'm looking at the stats. All right, now again, outside of Simeon Rice, the next person with sacks is 4, right? 3, got 2 people tied with 3, 1 with 2. So linebackers and Fidel Diggs, but your 2 DNs got 4 and 3, so that's 7 sacks amongst them. I don't even think these guys together has as many sacks as Simeon Rice right now. 4, 7. 10, yeah, they do. All right, so together. All right, and then INTs right now on the season right now. You got Teller with 4, 2. You got 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13 picks on the year right now. Let's go look at the Seahawks and see why you got the Seahawks at number 1. Is it because of what we read earlier with the stats and all that stuff?
Yeah, as far as giving up points. I mean, you coming in the game only giving up I think it was something like 67 points.
Right. So why wouldn't we be able to pick the Packers or the 49ers as number 1 defense in the league right now? The 49ers only gave up 62. Packers only gave up 61 points.
The Packers only played 3 games.
Okay.
I think they had an early bye, and they haven't played week 5 yet. So.
All right. Cool. All right. So with that being said, when you look at the Seahawks, you got this was a late tight end in the first real draft class where we go to practice squad and I made all them extra players that I always do that once the combine and then pro days go by. The kid from Colorado, Alex Changang, 13 sacks right now. Again, the Seahawks does the same thing the Chiefs do, where they go get these guys out of free agency and they make them guys names. 7 tackles for loss, 13 sacks. But Corvarius Crouch, the guy I said I was waiting for him to grow up, looks like he's grown up. 34 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 10 sacks. And you got Bob Nicholson, middle linebacker, sitting here with 11 tackles for loss, 7 sacks, plus 3 INTs on the season. And then your next guy, Rashawn Rice, with 6 sacks, 3 INTs. And then Roy Mathis, who always got double-digit sacks, sitting here with 5. So, yeah, I agree with that. Now, interception-wise, yeah, I agree with that big time. Yeah, so I like the Seahawks sitting at 1 right now, Chiefs at 2. But, boom, would you argue that the Chiefs at 2? Or are you comfortable putting the Ravens there?
Right now, man, we have some scary players on defense, man, but I still don't see nobody being scarier than Ray Lewis. So now I'm comfortable with putting the Chiefs at 2.
I mean, sometimes stats
Bishop
don't
Gorman
tell it all.
is no slouch.
Yeah,
Nah, he's not, man. But just from what I've seen, I put Bishop Gorman and Chase together.
Chase Young,
And that's like 1 Ray Lewis. You know what I mean? That's 1 player. That's 2. I don't know, dog. I understand. It's just I don't know, man.
It's safe to say when you talk about defensive players and best middle linebacker in the league, I honestly think we can really say Ray Lewis is the best defensive player in the league.
Oh,
That's
oh.
that's tough.
Yeah, but look, you saying that's tough, but all the talk has been that though. You say that's tough, but everything's been Ray Lewis, Ray Lewis, Ray Lewis. As long as he got Ray Lewis, as long as he got Ray Lewis. If that's the case, then why aren't we talking about this guy? He might be the best defensive player in the league.
Nah, I can't. I wouldn't say that, man. He's the best defensive player on his team. You
Okay,
know what I mean?
all right.
But I don't know. Like
So
I just
I'm
know I know what Chase could do, man, and I've seen Bishop Gorman play. I'm just giving him, you know what I mean, giving him that right now, man. But we coming. And then, like I said, hit a D tackle. That nigga's a monster.
Is he the best player?
I,
The best player in the league? I know he's the best defensive lineman in the
he,
league.
he in the top three. He in the top three if he ain't number one.
Right.
Because he made me stop fucking throwing the ball. That's
He
why
he's a game.
Parsons ran the ball.
He changes how you play. Honestly, BG Gonzalez might. I like him as top 3 best defender in the league, man.
Yeah.
Definitely. He
Let's
changes
see.
things right now. But it
If
looks like
anybody got a disagreement, shit, put that shit in the goddamn chat. Put that shit in the on YouTube.
when you're talking about
Let's
guys
see.
that step up, man. I like BG. This guy's he's a game changer, and he can do it by himself at all times. All right, so when we look at your team as a whole, when we get to the stats right now, you don't look really good at getting to the quarterback right now. 4.5 sacks with Bishop Gorman. John Lynch got 2. Chase Young got 2, but Chase got 10 tackles for loss right now. And then you got 3 guys with a half a sack coming in here. Even at the interception level, you got a shitload of guys. You got Ed Boone with 3, Kyler Gordon, who we talking about, stepping into that shutdown corner round with 2. Wesley Steiner, the rookie, with 2 from Florida State. But then you got a bunch of guys with one INT right now. And again, stats tell it all, but it don't tell it all right now. So for us to talk about your defense as one of the top defenses in the league, the stats ain't adding up to that right now. But we know how good this defense really is right now. And again, when you go to the Jaguars defense, and I really don't know I don't know. I mean, you got Jordan Birch in his second season with 7 sacks, Isaiah Simmons with 4, Dylon Moses with 4, Jalen Phillips with 4. So we got guys getting to the quarterback, 3, 2 with Ramsey. Justin Flo got 3, and then getting to the football, we got 4 guys on our team with 4 picks. Hammer got 4, Stingley got 4, and the rookie James Williams got 4 at safety. I like this Jacksonville team, but I think we have the best secondary in the league.
I could rock with that, man. And the only reason why I would say my defense, I would want to put my defense, even though it's my defense in the top 5, if not, I'll go 6, is because I think we're stopping the run a lot better this year. We only had 200-yard rushers this year, and they both had 24 carries. You know what I mean? So in Madden, 5 yards a game is not that good. You used to having 10 yards a carry. You know what I mean? In Madden, and we stopping the run a lot better this year.
I mean, that's always been a Ravens' Achilles heel, to run. And that's the thing that makes you scary, especially if you're stopping the run right now. That changes everything over there. This is why I say, to me, with you putting the offense together that you're putting together right now, and that defense stopping the run, puts you in front seat, driver's seat. If not in the driver's seat, you in the front seat, passenger seat, looking to get to that bowl right now, man. I like it. I like it a lot. We talk about the GOAT, but we don't talk about his team per se. You can't be the GOAT without having a top something over there. So what is he known for? Like just games winning? Or what right now? I mean, the quarterback got 949 yards passing, 12 touchdowns, 9 INTs. It's the system over here, right?
You got a mean system, and it's hard to stop.
Right.
It makes in-game adjustments, pre-snap adjustments, and the ball bounces their way sometimes.
And you got Agent Adric Lockley with 44 carries, 309 yards, 7 yards a carry, 1 fumble in the year. He don't have no touchdowns though. Then you got A.J. Dillon, who disappeared after his rookie year, that's starting to step back into that realm of being able to run the ball. 28 carries, 191 yards, 6.8 yards a carry, 5 rushing touchdowns, but he do got 8 broken tackles right now. 70 yards, 76 yards after contact right now. Jungle was at his best when he had that Nick Chubb presence. Are we seeing that in AJ Dillon? Are we seeing that? Is he coming? Is he going back to that right now?
Man, I want to say yeah, man. He has to go back to what won the Super Bowls because whatever he did last year, that shit did not work. So,
Right. Gianna Bryant, 14 catches, 300 yards, 5 touchdowns. Damian Rice, the rookie, 19. You know, Jungle always get the rookies going, but this year his rookie ain't really doing it. Camden residents, Damian Rice, the speed burner, the track star, 19 catches, 181 yards, and I can guarantee you a lot of that shit's off of jet sweeps. Micah Pittman has been a name for him. The moment he drafted him, he made him a presence. But he grabbed that tight end, man. Fastest tight end that ever came out of any of our drafts with Jake Brenningstone. 6 catches, 151 yards, 25 yards a catch, 2 touchdowns right now. Got some speed over here at these Cowboys, but let's go look at the defense. Can we be talking about the Cowboys having a top 5 defense over here right now?
actually, I think they only allowed 59 points this year.
That's how you can't ignore it. 59 points only given up right now. If you go to who he played right now, you can see why. But Navarro Bowman Jr., the ex-49er, sitting over here with 3 sacks. Owen Papu, 2. Raphael Batten, all names we always remember, 2. And Miles Murphy, we said was going to be the next pass rusher that we was going to be talking about for years and years on out. When you look at interceptions, we usually see the safeties over here with a lot of picks, and the trend is still continuing. Brian Phelps with 2 right now, and Isaiah Palameo with 2. The cornerback position, the short 5'9" speed burner Javelin Guidry has 3. I like this Dallas defense, man. Are they getting turnovers? They only got 1 guy with a forced fumble on the year right now. And then again, now when you get back, I'm going to slide right back to Jacksonville right now. When you look at the stats, when we look at team defense and all that stuff, they tell you the forced fumble recoveries. They don't tell you the forced fumbles right now. In Jacksonville, a lot of you guys said, let's talk this way. That linebacker core hasn't been the same since we got rid of the Avengers, right? All y'all agree on that?
Yeah.
And I said after last season, it will be looking right back again like the Avengers. We just the Autobots now. Well, what made the Avengers so special?
Shit, that team speed, individual speed, and the fucking ability to knock a motherfucker head off.
And cause fumbles, right?
Yep.
All right. So we step into the second year of the Autobots being a core that have been together for 2 seasons right now. And we're looking at Justin Flo with 3 forced fumbles in 5 games. Jordan Birch, the DN, that's the new Sean Price with 3 forced fumbles in 5 games. Isaiah Simmons, 2 fumbles in 5 games. Dylon Moses, 2 fumbles in 5 games. Savell Smalls, a fumble. And Keyshawn Lawrence, the safety, a fumble right now. And I'll say that because all 4 of those linebackers got fumbles right now. And out of the 4, only one of them has 1. Everybody got more than 1 fumble calls right now. Again, I don't think our presence is as strong because the one thing that Avenger team had was they didn't give up the run at all. And right now, people are running the ball on us right now. But I think we're not that far off, Boom. We're not that far off of being that same Avengers linebacker core. I think they're going to be better.
I agree with you, man. I don't know if they'll be better, man. Like, you had pretty much, you damn near had a dynasty over there, and you fucking
blew it up.
Shit motherfuckers off. Yeah, so
shipped them off.
I don't know.
I definitely had a dynasty over there when we won 2 in a row. If I don't blow it up, I think we was definitely destined for 3. With that team still put together over there like that, and I blew it up and didn't do it, but I'm not blowing this one up. So I think this is why I'm telling you. I think this team, I mean, it comes down to Super Bowls. They got to win a Super Bowl together. The moment they can win a Super Bowl together, it changes everything. And until then, they still in the shadows of the Avengers right now. So we're looking at Dylon Moses, Isaiah Simmons, Justin Flo, and Savell Smalls, a guy none of y'all who even know who he is, but he's going to be a name you're going to have to remember. And you got to remember him early and often, I promise you that. Now, when it comes down to stats overall, and we looking at some of these guys in the NFL and teams and what they're doing right now, In the passing game, the Eagles, a lot of that's computer love right now, but the Eagles is sitting with 1351. We're not going to count him. So the number one quarterback passing the ball right now is Bryce Perkins with the Seahawks with 1235. But Garantano got 1146. KJ Costello for the Raiders, 1110. Teddy Bridgewater, and then Joe Burrow. Quarterbacks with the most touchdowns on the season right now. DJ Ugalele with 18. Bryce Perkins with 15. Garantano 15. Milton 12, and then De'Aaron King with 12, Bryce Young with 12. Yeah, you threw 2 picks in the last week, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so even N'Kosi Perry sitting with 10 touchdowns. Hitter, what's going on with the 15 interceptions though?
I'm playing some dogs on defense, and some of it's Madden, some of it's just bad time.
Right. All right.
Throwing
so
off his back. I got a quarterback who likes to throw off his back foot.
Right. You need the right ability to be able to do that shit.
Yeah.
Now in the run game, a lot of people, especially Falk, wrote Anthony Puka off, man. For real, really wrote him off. You need to trade him. Come get Holiday. He'll bust. All types of shit. So of course he had 7 fumbles last year. I respect that right now. But right now the person that's toting the rock more than anybody in the league right now is John Emery Jr. over there for the Panthers with 105 carries. The next runner is Raymond Calais for the Vikings with 82, and then you got Trey Sanders for the Rams, 81. Charlie Garner with 76. Now yards in the league right now. Anthony Puka sitting up here with 42 carries, 949 yards right now, 10 rushing touchdowns, 1 fumble on the season. Is he a bust hitter or what? Or is he playing like he the best running back in the league right now?
I think what happened was he went to the off season and focused on where he was lacking, and this season is really showing that, he wanted to get better.
I think he was spoiled. It came out hot and really been talked about big time. But he didn't really go through the real Jaguars process, and he came out playing well to the point where you feeling yourself when you get the Super Bowl MVP traded because of you, and you think you the guy right there, and you realize, wait a minute, this is a league full of dogs right now. And they was actually knocking his head off left and right, man. He was so special with the ability to run, vision and jutes, that it changed the game. But right now he's playing solid football. Right now he's averaging 22.6 yards a carry with his 10 rushing touchdowns right now. I think Anthony Puka is not only playing the best football out of all running backs right now, he's showing that he's a top 5 running back in this league. Any disagreement there, or am I speaking some facts here? And I still don't think true running back, he's the best running back on his team. I think Noah Kane is the best running back on my team, to be honest with you. But Puka just fights it off. He don't allow 7 fumbles. Falky wants me to trade him. Falky don't want him around no more. He ain't the guy. He a bust. We ready to start Noah Kane. Anthony Puka steps up and say, "This is my football team." Is he proven that he can carry the load for the Jaguars? I think so. Averaging 189 yards a game. I like that. So we get into the passing game right now in the NFL. Catches wise, Jerry Jeudy for the Eagles, 27. Jeff Thomas for the Browns, 25. Eric Metcalf II, 21 for the Seahawks. Marcus McFadden for the Vikings with 20. Jake Smith, Bucks, 20. Shine Smith for the Buffalo Bills. Damon Rice, Henry Ruggs. Yards going on right now. Eric Metcalf II with 521. Jerry Jeudy, 428. Tyreek Black, 415. Are we going to talk about how Henry Ruggs and Jerry Jeudy is on the same team right now for the Philadelphia Eagles?
No.
Nah? Especially with that coach over there? I mean, we do got a new coach over there.
Man. I don't know, dog. I'm still... Motherfuckers want to come in the league, then lead the league, then come back. Some motherfuckers don't know how you playing shit.
Right. Nah, we know how he play. Cover 3 and stretch right, stretch left. We ain't go nowhere. He was another guy that ran a Wildcat. He brought it back out. But again, Tyreek Black sitting here. When it come down the yards, you got Eric Metcalf with 521, Jerry Jeudy 428, Are we gonna ignore Jerry Judy because it was mostly computer games, or are we gonna go ahead and let him be who he is with 27 catches, 428 yards, second in the league? But Tyreek Black is third in the league, which could be our real true second with 415 yards right now. Ted Ginn, the young Ted Ginn for the Jets. This is all the Jet too. 401 yards. He's third or fourth, or however you want to say it. And then KJ Hill for the Raiders, sitting here with 17 catches for 356 yards. Marvin Harrison 340. Gonna come down to touchdowns on the season right now. Darnell Washington, DW, 8 touchdowns on the season. Marvin Harrison 6. Malik Carr 6. Eric Metcalf 5. Ginn 5. Gianna Bryant 5. Lavernius Cole 5. Kellen Winslow 5. Hitter, this question for you because you pay attention to this a lot more right now. Let's talk about these tight ends in the league right now, man. When you think of tight ends, who you thinking about?
Darnell Washington.
I didn't say that for you to just say that, but I didn't say that expecting you to just say that, though. But right now, what makes this kid special?
Man, he can do it all. I had a chance to play with him in the Pro Bowl last season, and I was shocked. I mean, it's not a throw he couldn't catch. It's not a route he couldn't run. And lined up against anybody, he was winning their matchups.
Man, we can't take away this. Is Kellen Winslow the best tight end in the league?
Yeah, he's definitely the best route running, catching tight end in the league. But besides that, Darnell Washington, I think that was his rookie season last year too.
Right.
He's a dog. He's the next up.
We got a rookie right now that's playing high-level football right now with 6 touchdowns right now with Malik Carr that was drafted for the Ravens right now. You got to play the Ravens. Was he effective against you?
Well, I didn't get to play him.
You played the Ravens. Just played them.
No.
All right.
Falk played him.
What?
Yeah,
No.
Falk played him. I didn't play him.
Malik
I haven't
Carr.
been able to play the Raiders yet.
I said the Ravens.
Oh, the Ravens. Oh, yeah. I thought you were talking Raiders. I heard Raiders. My bad.
Yeah, Malik Carr,
the
6'5"
tight end
from Purdue. 6'5", 225, receiving tight end. Malik Carr for Purdue. He got 6 touchdowns on the season, 16 catches, 242 yards. 6 touchdowns on the year right now.
Yeah, he beat me on the blitz real bad.
Okay. All right. So, I like Kellen Winslow as the best tight end in the league. But then over there, we also can't forget about. I wish we could just go to tight ends completely because Jungle's tight end Magna has always been a name that stood out to me right now. If you go through the league and look at tight ends, man, I think they get lost in our league, man. Not a lot of people use them. The one person that did use a tight end was the cheat code, which was the Bucks, when he had homeboy there that retired eventually. But I'm going through the league now. I'm just going to go off a roster and look at tight ends in the league. I'm going to talk about it. So Dwayne Washington, of course, DW. Bobby Weiss, I don't know that guy. He's nobody. Parkinson, never step. Packers, don't step. Panthers, Albert, he got Albert O over there right now, man. I like that. That's a big move. The Panthers is they getting the players, bro. They getting the players early and often right now. Patriots really don't use Ben Coates. Raiders, Kyle Pitts, Rams, no. Ravens, you're using Malik Carr and Ratliff over there. Redskins had a tight end a couple years ago that he balled out with. He ain't there. Aaron Hernandez. I think the real Hernandez is still on the Broncos team right now. Seahawks got Brevin Jordan. I would like to see what he's going to do. He finally had a spot where we can see him. Steelers, no. Texans is using Leslie McGee really well right now. Titans, no. Vikings, I haven't seen Keon Zipperword play yet. Bears, Shockley Jr., Murphy for the Bills, Hernandez, Joe Hernandez. This is the old Hernandez that played for the Washington Redskins, Broncos. Aaron Hernandez. Are we still looking at this guy as elite tight end?
I really haven't used my tight end the way I should, but he's capable of doing everything. Him and actually all my tight ends.
Right.
Ashbourne. Can't
Adam
really get him on
Floyd.
the field.
Adam Floyd for the Browns is getting up there in age. The Bucks, Justin Rodriguez. 31 years old. I think he's trying to use him, but he's not getting there yet. Michael Ellingston, somebody we haven't talked about, who's always been good for the Cardinals, because we really haven't had a good Cardinals user over there. But this guy has been a pretty solid player over there. Chargers with Met and Gonzalez, and then you got Kellen Winslow. And you come back to the Kellen Winslow, man, and you look at his career stats overall. I mean, he's balled out every year. I mean, he's probably the only tight end that I can really look at and see with 1,000 yards ever in the season. He's done it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in his career with 1,000 yards. So I like the tight ends over here, man. The league as a whole right now, we got, I think, a lot of the guys that we're not talking about. Let's talk about the coach and what he's doing with Shedeur Sanders. When we first got drafted here, man, let's just talk the real talk right now. We said graveyard spot. Are you still feeling that way at all? Or 83.2 QB rating, 505 yards, 5 touchdowns, 7 picks. I'm comfortable with that as a rookie with 61 completion ratio right now. He's been sacked 13 times. And the run game, 9 carries for 78 yards and a touchdown. But I don't think he's playing better football than the actual #1 quarterback in that draft last year, which is Khalid Williams right now. I think Shaq doing a hell of a job with this guy, man. Again, only quarterback that's been ever made to come out with 99 throw power right away. 9 touchdowns, 10 INTs, man, 61%. Before last night against the Jaguars, he only threw 4 picks on the year. He threw 6 in that game. I like how he's playing. Boone having technical difficulties getting back over here. I'm gonna start another chat real fast. He made this guy passer and a complete passer right now. I respect it. I respect it like a motherfucker. Lions, Nick Cargman, Packers, Justin Fields, and Emory Jones. Panthers, Kellen Bryant, Trey Lance. Patriots, Tom Brady, Jamie Newman. You gotta go get that running back out of free agency so I can make him back for him. All right, fellas. Technical difficulties. Great real draft. I'm quite sure another one's coming back, man. A 2-hour-long real draft. This was off the hook. There was some real good talk going on in this one. So I know once Coach Falk hear this real talk, we will be doing another one shortly. This is AntHits, the franchise guru. Holla at us when you holla at us.